YouTube series. Today we're here with Akua, and we're just going to be chatting about your experiences as a woman in tech, as a black woman in tech, and just your journey so far, basically. Could you just give a little introduction to yourself?
Yeah, so as Ellie said, I'm Akua. I have been in the software engineering industry for almost a year and a half now. I work in a back-end engineering team and at a company called List. This is an online pattern search platform. So you go onto our website and if you're looking for a top or bottom or whatever, it will show you that from like loads of different retailers all in one place. So it's quite cool.
Yeah.
I've been loving it so far.
Yeah. And did you want to get into the fashion industry, or was that just sort of like a bonus for you?
It was definitely a bonus. I wouldn't say I was like going out of my way to get in, but it was a bonus. Like the office is so nice, everybody's so nice, and I really like our mission and what we're trying to do. So yeah,
cool.
It's been great.
Cool. So you actually began your career as a trade finance intern with Santander, is that correct?
Yeah.
And then from there you became a membership and fundraising assistant and office manager. So quite different, they're not exactly tech roles. Could you just tell me about your initial experiences in the professional world?
Yeah, so after college I decided to take a gap year, and in that gap year I ended up taking a business admin apprenticeship because at the time I really wanted to set up my own social enterprise to help improve young people's well-being. So that apprenticeship made sense at the time.
Yeah.
So, but before that apprenticeship I did an internship. How that came about was during college I did the NCS, I don't know if you know about that, it's like a summer program sort of thing.
Yeah.
So just from staying in contact with them, they sent me loads of opportunities, and one of them was the internship at Santander.
Right.
So I just thought,
why not?
Why not? So after the internship, then business admin apprenticeship, and so that's when I became a membership fundraising assistant. So just doing all things admin, just to gain that placement experience whilst I was gaining the level 3 qualification in business.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was like the initial journey.
Yeah.
Tech was nowhere to be found or seen in that journey. Like I was never even thinking about getting into the tech industry. But it was during my placement that I started to work really closely with the tech team.
Okay. And that was your placement at Santander? No,
that was my placement. So I did 2 placements during my business admin course. So the first one was the membership fundraising assistant, and the other one was just as an office assistant at a company called Good Gym. And getting towards the end of my apprenticeship, I started to work really closely with the tech team, and that was like where the spark came from. Because I really liked what they were doing. Like I just thought it was so cool that they was able to like build this really cool tool that had such a big impact for the company.
Yeah.
The fact that they were still learning even though they was in the role just really excited me, because I like to learn. I like to learn new things, invest in my mind. So it just made sense, and it would also help me in terms of setting up my own business. Like I would have that control of setting up my own website, or even if I didn't do it myself, I would kind of understand what they were doing to have an impact and influence.
Yeah.
So that's where the spark kind of started, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really cool that you were so inspired by the people that you were working with. That's such a cool way to get into something.
Yeah, definitely.
So is that sort of the first thing you would say that made you want to work in technology? Yeah,
just seeing what they were able to do, and the fact that you could just learn and build such a tool, an impactful tool that could help so many people, was I want to do this. How do I do this? So that was when I was okay, I have this passion. I'm not sure if it's for me, but I kind of want to run with it and see where it goes.
Yeah.
So after the business admin apprenticeship had finished, I was kind of at a stage where I was okay, what next? You have these 2 passions, where do you go from there? So I just started to express my interest of wanting to learn how to code and wanting to get into the tech industry to whoever I met, and from then I would find out about these coding workshops that were trying to get women into tech. So just expressing my passion for getting in, opened up loads of opportunities and doors that I wasn't aware of. So that's how I found out about all these little cool opportunities that I did.
Yeah. So you touched on it a little bit just then about the courses and the core groups that you came across when you was actually sort of looking into opportunities about getting into tech. So you completed the front-end development foundation course with Code First Girls, didn't you? And then it seems like from that you can sort of say that it wasn't challenging your journey into tech, but you had to find a different way. So yeah, if you could just sort of say what you found your experience to be like.
Yeah, like you said, I wouldn't say it was challenging, but it was a bit like all over the place because I didn't know what I was doing, or I didn't know where to start from, or like how to go about getting in or getting those experiences that would get me to the right places. So what I mainly found really helped was just talking to people. So I made it like my mission to attend as many networking events as I could, like related to tech stuff, or just events in general, which allowed me to have those conversations that would that enabled me to express, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to do some coding. I want to get into the industry. Do you know anything that's out there? What would you recommend? And so I guess those sort of conversations helped me to navigate my way through. So that's why it seemed like my journey was a bit all over the place, is because I never had like a plan in place. I never even thought I would get into tech. It was never a thing of mine. So it was just like, okay, I want to do something. How am I going to do it? And like I met so many amazing people who just offered me so many advice and like so many things that I wasn't aware was out there to help me. So it's quite cool.
And that's really cool that you had that sort of those different experiences as well. You also then completed a STEMettes course, which I think is pretty cool. I hadn't actually heard of the group before, which is I'd heard of the other groups that I remember. I hadn't heard of them, and their aim is to show that girls can do science, engineering, and mathematics. How were they able to help you specifically? Obviously, they gave you that sort of boost, to give that option to do the course.
So I stumbled across STEMettes whilst I was on a summer program. Again, because in the beginning I was trying to pursue my own social enterprise. So that summer program I was on was mainly focused on the business aspect. But I remember I saw like a retweet from some girl that was also on the program about STEMettes, and I was like, oh, this looks quite cool. How can I get involved? So I applied, and how they helped me was that they provided me with a mentor who was already in the tech industry. So she gave me opportunities to shadow her while she was at work. She brought me to some of the events that she went to, so I was like making that contact and networking opportunities. And one thing that really helped me was that she gave me the confidence, because prior to STEMettes I kept on telling people, oh, I'm trying to learn how to code, or I'm trying to get into the industry. But I remember one conversation that I had with her, I think it was our first conversation actually, she was like, stop saying you're trying, you're actually doing it. And I don't know, that really just completely changed my mindset. So I think that just gave me that confidence I need to be like, okay, I am actually doing this, so let's just go for it. So that's what STEMettes really gave me. It was just that confidence that I needed to be like, okay, I'm doing this, I've got this. Like everything I'm doing so far is building up to something. So that was really helpful from her. Like I really appreciate that confidence you gave me.
And that's really valuable as well. I think a lot of people realise that having a mentor is probably one of the best ways to sort of build your confidence, learn. And everything like that as well. Obviously before you was wanting to build a social enterprise, it seems that that's something that you was sort of always quite passionate about and you wanted to do. Would you just tell me a little bit more about why you wanted to join Foundervine?
So I found out I knew about Foundervine before, but I actually met the CEO at the Every Woman Tech event that I went to last year. And so I saw her and I was like, I love what you're doing, how do I get involved? And she was just like, they do quite a lot of speaking events, and there's like so many ways you can kind of mentor people because you've got that tech kind of experience. So I was like, okay, cool. Like just because I liked what they were doing, so and I wanted to get involved, so that's how I kind of found my way through. Izzy's amazing. Like she's amazing. I love what she's doing. But that's why I got involved with Foundervine. And I feel as if somehow things are gonna end up connecting in a sense of my business background and my tech background. And I think that's just what's happening with Foundervine. It's like a stepping stone to kind of intertwine the two worlds together. And I feel as if with the experience I have like insight into like how to run a business, how to set up, from all that exposure I got before I got into the tech industry. And now I have like a really powerful tool with tech to help businesses scale up. So I feel that it will be a very invaluable experience for me to see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. And that's such a thing that you see as well. It's so cool when you've got that business experience and also the tech experience, because that's what people need. And I know you said it wasn't necessarily challenging for you to get into tech, but I think for some reason the career path into tech isn't always as clear to people. I don't know when they're maybe choosing what they're going to do or choosing options. I don't know for what reason, but I don't think it is always as clear to some people. I guess, I mean, you didn't sort of do computer science at uni.
No. I think I think the reason why it doesn't seem clear is because there's that whole confidence barrier in the beginning, where people don't really think tech is for them.
Yeah.
So they don't really even consider it or like try to, I don't know. Yes, I think it's the confidence barrier that stops people from kind of pursuing it and trying to find out what path or what opportunities are out there for them. So they
kind of just think it's too hard.
Yeah. So I feel as if like the path is there. Once I committed to like trying to get in, like there was so many opportunities and so many doors that I wasn't aware of. Mm-hmm. But because I never really thought of it or considered it, that's why in the beginning I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where to start from. Is this even for me? So it's more of like a confidence barrier that's kind of, I think, is stopping people from thinking that tech is for them, or that they can potentially pursue it.
Yeah. So we've talked a little bit about your journey into tech and sort of how you've come across different groups along the way. Obviously, part of them groups is the fact that they are made for women, and some of them made for black women. Just that there's like a need for them groups to help women and to help black women into tech. So what could you just like tell me a little bit about your experience as a woman in technology, or if you can, I mean, you might not have any specific things, but just how you felt maybe.
It's interesting because when I was starting out, I found out about all these organisations and communities that were like committed, like they've made it their life mission to get women into STEM, to get people who are underrepresented into the industry. Mm-hmm. So it was a bit weird because when I was taking those opportunities that those organisations provided, I saw people who looked like me, I saw people who had similar backgrounds to me, but then when I got into the workplace that wasn't translated, and it was very confusing to me because it was like, I've seen them, they're there, like I was part of them, so how come that's different in the workplace? Like, where are they? It's not like they're not there, but we're here. When I went to the Grace Hopper conference last year, in Florida, there was like over 26,000 women at that conference. So it was just like, I was just like to myself, what's going on? Like, why am I not seeing that in the workplace? Because in the workplace it's like barely any women engineers, barely any black women engineers. So it can feel quite lonely at times, but I feel it's because I've seen that we're there, I've kind of like made it my mission to try and hold the door open and like try and encourage people by sharing my story to kind of encourage women or black women that, you know what, tech is for them, that they can do it. So that's kind of been my experience so far. It's weird.
That is a very strange thing, because like you say, you've seen women, you've seen black women, they are doing tech, they want to be in tech, they are there, and this is something that we know as well, but then when you're in the workplace it's not translated, and I think some companies seem to have issues finding women to even join their teams, which definitely doesn't make sense because women are there. What did you say the ratio in your office at the moment is like, or was that?
So in my team, I think there's only 2 engineers that's included, 2 women engineers that's including myself as well, and then the rest are like male engineers or data scientists. So it's not great. But one thing I like about this is that they're aware and they are trying to do stuff about it. I joined the diversity committee, and someone who's the head of like recruitment is there also, and like she's trying to change that as well. So they are definitely being proactive about it, but more needs to be done. Because it's not making any sense right now.
Have you had any particularly bad or good experiences? Has there been any like specific obstacles that you've personally faced, or have you feel you've had sort of quite good experiences with the groups that you've been in and things like that?
I think I've had quite a good experience because like I was exposed to those organisations who were specifically keen on getting me into industry that's underrepresented by, you know, women and women in colour. So and then at LIST, I think LIST is just amazing for me personally. The team that I'm in, the support that I've gotten, it's been a good experience so far. But it would be ignorant of me to not be aware of like the statistics and like what's going on, because for so many other people that's not the case. Like they don't have this experience that I'm having. So a lot needs to be done. I wouldn't say there's like one specific experience that I've had. That's like the experience that I've had has actually made like confirmed to me like tech is what I want to do. Like I want to go with it as far as I can and like keep on building a strong career in tech. So.
And it's like you said, keep holding that door open. So that's definitely something that a lot of people have said to me, is that they feel like it's important to be that first person in a company, be the first woman in a company, be leading the way for it, but hopefully be easier for someone else afterwards. So you were also an Every Woman Apprentice award finalist, which I think is pretty impressive, so well done. Could you just tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I was nominated as an apprentice finalist. So the award is all about recognising young women who are excelling in their career as an apprentice in the tech industry. So I was nominated with like 3 other women who they are just doing so many amazing things. So it was like I was so grateful to be like amongst them as well. The award itself, the award ceremony I went to was just so cool. Like it was at the Plaza, Westminster Hotel. It was so cool to see so many women thriving. Like I said, that's where I met Izzy, who's the founder of Founder Bang. It was an amazing event. For me, it was just like, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm doing something.
Recognition,
so it was really nice. It was really nice.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's obviously such a great thing to have that celebration. You've got that recognition and celebration of women together, and you can all come together and like meet new people, like you say, and have that, create them great connections. But I guess on a more like theoretical level, do you think it's right to have separate awards for women and men, or how do you feel about that? Because not necessarily just awards either. I know that I've spoken to a couple of different people, and they sort of feel like they don't want to talk at women's events anymore because it's like they're only talking at women's events. They don't get to talk at the events that are for everyone. And obviously, it's like you've got two sides to the argument quite clearly. What were your thoughts on?
I definitely get both sides of the arguments. I think because of how the industry is right now, where women are not represented as much as well as they could be, where there's not as many women engineers, I think those awards are important in a sense that they give a voice to those who are not represented, who are not heard, and they give a platform, and they do open up like opportunities and doors. Like from the awards that I've been nominated at, like I've been getting so many opportunities from that, and I've been getting more recognised from it, and it's giving me a platform and a confidence that I've needed. So it is important in that sense, but eventually, hopefully, as the industry does change and it does become more representable, then it would be nice to just have a tech award, and it doesn't matter about what gender or what background. It's just because people are being recognised for what they're bringing to the table and what they're bringing to the industry. So,
but I guess that's kind of like an ideal situation.
I do agree that eventually it would be nice to just have a tech award where people, regardless of who you are, where you're from, what your gender is, everyone's being recognised and appreciated for what they bring to the industry.
So from my experience, obviously I've not really been in the tech community or the tech space for very long at all, but from my experiences I find that people are always really willing to help each other, and the tech community is really collaborative, and there's not really any of that sort of competition. I just feel like people are very open to helping each other, and I'm just kind of wondering like if that's what your experience has been like as well.
100%. It's actually what confirms to me that like this is the industry I want to be in. This is the industry I want to try and like progress in and go as high as I can. From the beginning, like everybody that I spoke to, that I expressed that I wanted to get into the tech industry, they just were so willing to help me from the get-go, like just exposing me to opportunities and schemes that I wasn't necessarily aware of myself. So it's definitely made a huge impact, just the community and how helpful and willing they are. It definitely, it's been amazing.
That's so great. You describe yourself as a woman in STEM, which STEM is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. And you describe yourself as a STEM advocate. What does that mean to you? What would you say an advocate means to you?
Like I mentioned before, like so many people have helped me along the journey. So I kind of want to give that back to other people. I've been in those programs, those communities that are trying to get women into the STEM industry, and so I kind of want to help support them in whatever way I can do. Just hold all the door open. So, but that's been by sharing my story to encourage women that they can do it. You don't need to be this huge genius, and even if you are, that's great.
Yeah.
But you don't need to be like tech is for everyone. Like you can do it. Just sharing my story. Also telling them about the opportunities that I found out about during my journey as well, and just encouraging them is what I mean by being an advocate, like just being a voice for them and being that middleman, just as those organisations were for me to try and get them in. So it's really important to me to do that because there's not enough women, there's not enough people in the workplace. And I want to try and change that in whatever way I can.
That's really powerful. And like you say as well, I think there is that idea that it's not, tech isn't for you. Like there's just some like unsaid preconception that tech isn't for you if you, I don't know, if you're a woman or if you don't have, you're not some coding genius. So definitely I think that's something that maybe is changing or needs to change.
Hopefully.
You also describe yourself as proactive. Now, this is something I think a lot more people have sort of come across more recently as being something quite powerful, that you need to be proactive, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement and anti-racism. People are sort of seeing that, it's not enough just to be, doing what you're doing. You need to be proactive with everything. So it sort of must be quite significant for you to sort of describe yourself as proactive as one of the words. Would you just tell me a little bit about what that means to you?
Proactive to me means keeping the momentum going. Keeping the momentum going. Like I said from the beginning, I never really knew what I was doing or how I was going to navigate my way through the industry, but how I got there eventually was being proactive, was putting myself out there, going to as many events as I can, going to as many coding workshops as I can, talking to people, having that conversation with them to express my passion and my interest for wanting to get into tech. So proactive in that sense. It doesn't mean that you're not going to face failures or you're not going to have setbacks. I definitely had those, but because I kept on going and I kept that momentum going, I guess it's also kind of sounds like resilience as well in a sense, but just keeping the momentum going and focusing on the end goal, but not on how you're going to get there.
Just like putting yourself out there, basically, as much as you can.
100%.
So obviously we've spoken about it quite a lot, but how important to you are Black Girls Code and Code First Girls and STEMettes? Groups like that, they've obviously really impacted your journey into tech. So how important are they to you? What do you think it would be like without them?
I probably wouldn't be in the industry without them, in a sense that they were like the middleman. So because I didn't really know how to get my foot in or where to start from, they had the resources, they had the networks, they had the connections, and they also were passionate about trying to get people in and trying to make a change. So they're very important because they give a voice to those who necessarily don't have a voice or don't really know where to voice their opinions or where to start from, and they give that confidence that I needed, and so many other girls need. They've helped me not feel so alone, because like I said, in the workplace it's not necessarily translated how many women are trying to get into the tech industry. So just having started my journey with those communities, with those organisations, it made me feel less alone, because I saw people who were like me, who had similar backgrounds, who were also trying to pursue getting into the industry. So
which is so important.
100%. I'm very grateful for them.
Finally as well, if there was one thing that you could change in the tech space, in the tech community, what would that be?
I would say we need more women. We need more people in the tech industry that is represented as a good representation of the world.
Mhm.
Tech is not just for one person, it's not just for one race or whatever, it's for literally everyone. You can create so many amazing things from tech. So I definitely like to just have that translated into the workplace.
Yeah.
Just having a more like a good representation of people working on like really cool stuff together. And I would say one more thing, if I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
Just the idea around tech being like this hard thing or like this, I don't know, this weird, strange thing that you could possibly never do. Like it's not that. Tech is not just programming. It's not just coding. There's so many different aspects to it. Like everything you probably do has some sort of tech involved in it. So just trying to like break down that barrier and like just encouraging more people, something I definitely would like to change, just to make it more accessible.
Yeah.
And like just changing people's mindset, like it is for everyone in whatever way.
And there's so many roles and companies that need people to have some technology, even if you're not, like a hardcore coder.
You, for instance, you don't code, but like you're in the tech industry.
Yeah. If I look at code, I would be like, oh my god, that looks horrible. So I don't know why there's that sort of barrier there.
Yeah, but that's one thing I want to change, that barrier and that conception that, it's some scary thing. It's not. I promise you it's not.
That's great. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you for
It's been
having
so
me.
lovely. Thank you.